What's good, everyone? This video popped up when I signed into YouTube. It was really interesting. I thought that this would be a very interesting, teachable moment for a lot of us, specifically for women, particularly black women, who have this overinflated sense of self-worth. Now, the title of this video is She's 49 and Looks Great, Now Divorced, Once a Driven Man, Makes Significantly into six figures. Let's see what she has to say.
Oh my gosh! Kendra! Oh, I love your show. I love your show.
Thank you, baby girl. What's your name, honey?
My name is Erica.
Erica, where are you calling me from, boo?
I am calling you from North Dallas, Texas.
North Dallas. Erica, North Dallas. How old are you?
49.
You look great. You're 49?
49, yeah.
Oh my God. Black don't motherfucking crap. You're 49?
I'm 49.
And if you look at Kendra G, her face is packed full of makeup and she has the weave and all of that. These are the type of women who she's competing against, Kendra G. So we all know that Kendra G, I think she's talking to someone right now, but for the longest time, she's been single. And she's competing with women who are like this, so who don't have to wear nearly as much makeup and who's actually a lot better looking.
I have a
really
twin brother.
so,
Well,
what do you do for a living?
I am a corporate executive.
Corporate executive. You have any children?
I have twin grown children. So no
Yeah.
little
How many?
twins, like just two.
How old are you? How old are they?
20.
20. Have you ever been married, Erica?
I have.
When did you get divorced?
2018.
2018. Okay. We're nosy. You don't gotta tell us, but why'd you get divorced?
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to tell us if you don't want to.
No, I don't mind at all. Like, let's just say my ex, he loves women, a lot of them.
Okay. How many years were you married for?
Oh, we were together. We met the first day of college. So we were together 26 years, married 15 of those.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Did you always love women?
And let me guess, she's probably more than likely the one who filed for divorce, citing her happiness or lack thereof. We know this.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. So Erica, North Dallas, 49, corporate executive. What's your zodiac sign?
I am a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay, boo.
Let me say something. I don't know why, for the life of me, I don't know why folks like Kendra G and many others, mainly women, particularly black women, they tend to focus on these baseless zodiac astrology signs. They don't mean anything. They're just, it's not based off of anything. I don't get it.
Well, what kind of man are you looking for?
Oh my gosh, Kendra. I got a list. Okay.
Oh, of course she has a list. She's 49 years old. Of course she has a list. A wise man once said, the older they are, the more set in their ways they get, their requirements, expectations, and standards go up, but it's disproportional to their true sexual marketplace value. Shouts out to Kevin Samuels.
I'm looking for a God-fearing, optimistic, like you cannot be gloom and doom, clouds everywhere. I need somebody who's faithful. I need a man who is not a whole ass hoax. I hope I can say that. Because I've been in a relationship after divorce as well, but I'm finding that men have side chicks. You have to ask them if they're single.
Yeah, men are going to have side chicks, especially the type of man you say you want. He's going to have a side chick. If a man has to meet your standards and expectations, it means he can meet and probably exceed the expectations of a lot of women. So a man like this, you're probably going to have to share him. And I'll come back to that later because she has a lot to say.
Because just single anymore does not mean anything. It's crazy. They need to be non-smokers, attractive. They need to love God, love travel.
Love God, love travel. So this is a woman, you can't wow her because she's seen everything. She's 49 years old. You can't wow her. She's too set in her own ways. So She wants a God-fearing man, and she wants a man who's godly. But does she seem like the type of woman who's really by the book and who's really following the words of the Bible? Come on now. She's what I refer to as a convenient Christian. She cherry picks what's convenient for her at the time. But we all know that she doesn't follow the Bible. Otherwise, she would still be with her husband. And she probably should have stayed with her husband. You know, the guy she had twins with.
I like clean cuts. So I like a guy
Oh,
who's
yeah,
kind
she
of
wants
preppy looking.
preppy looking.
Yeah, they need to have a great smile.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Ooh, smokers. Men who are not driven. If they're lazy, like I have a whole lot of drive. Like if you could see my vision board up there,
No one cares about your vision board. What's wrong with a guy that has a normal job who's content with what he does? What's wrong with that? Why does he have to do all of this extra stuff? And especially at the age range you're talking about, that man just wants to work, bring him a check, and chill. Like, come on now.
like I'm going places. I'm
She's going places. She's 49 and she's going places. Ma'am, you are done. You're not going places at 49. But there is somewhere you are going, but we'll discuss that later.
successful. They need to be driven. They need to have like a growth mindset. They need to be able to hold conversations. So
She wants the whole package. She wants everything. Now, here's the thing. I said it earlier. A man who has to meet and exceed her expectations, he can meet and exceed the expectations of a lot of women. Why would he pick you and be loyal to you when he has so many other women to choose from, and you expect this man to be monogamous? Truth be told, if a man picks you, he's more than likely going to have a side chick, which is, again, probably why you probably should have stayed with your husband. You know, the guy you had kids with.
they can't lack drive. They can't be needy. So if a guy needs constant, like, you know how narcissistic men need you to feed their
Up. Classical sign language, everyone. Narcissistic man. Yep. Because men, when they don't allow them to roam free and do whatever they want to do with zero accountability, he's a narcissist. Every single time you hear this, he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist because I can't do whatever I want. Come on now.
ego all the time. Like I cannot. I just like I'm willing to compliment you. I will love on you hard if I
And
love
that's all
you.
you have to
But
offer.
if you are needy or really emotional, I have friends whose men, their man cries all the like. No, let's stop. Let's don't do that.
Well, we all know what's in her future, right? Dogs and cats. That's it. That's all in her future. Because she's not someone who's going to get on a guy up here on his program. She wants a guy to conform to her and be on her program. But the interesting thing is the type of guy she says she want, and if he's of a higher socioeconomic class of most men, because what she's asking for is somewhat of an anomaly. She wants a man that most women would want, but she doesn't want to share this man. It's like, no, you're going to have to share him because you're 49 years old and you had 2 kids. Okay. What you're bringing in is not something that a man in a monogamous situation is going to just, you don't have nothing to offer the guy. You don't.
Okay. Any was that the end of the deal breakers?
Porn addicts. Oh my gosh, the freaks out there. Stop. Like no. If you frequent the strip club, if you're on Pornhub or any of the hubs, that's a no.
That's a
No.
no. Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
Ooh, yes. Okay. So this man needs
Look
to
at
be
how
attractive.
she's smiling. Look.
So I have a thing, Kendra. I have to be able to imagine kissing a guy. If I look at a guy and I can't imagine intimately kissing him, then no, absolutely. Like it's just a test. No.
Okay, so,
So they have to be attractive, yes. And they
She
need to be
wants the whole
taller than me. I'm
package.
5'8". They don't have to be 6'3", 6'4", but they can't be shorter than me.
They can't be 6'3" or 6'4". They don't have to be that, but they better at least be 6'2", 6'2 and a half.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes. So I know people get raked over hot coals on this show for saying this, but look here, Kendra, I'm telling you, I cannot. Yes, they need to be significantly into the six figures. So
Significantly
yes.
into the six
Significantly.
figures.
So 100K is not even good enough.
It needs to be more. It's not
It
that
needs to
I
be
look.
more.
I don't. Part of my problem, and I'll get to the flaws, is that I have attained a certain level of success, and it just becomes real dicey when the man makes a whole lot less than you. It's not me. It's they become insecure. Like it gets crazy.
They become insecure. Okay. So you just made clear that you don't date these men, but you're sure that they're insecure because you want a guy that makes well into the six figures, right? I'm like, he has to make quite a bit of money. Now, this goes back to what I was saying before. You're looking for a bit of an anomaly because this type of man that's of a high socioeconomic class and he's sexy and all of this other stuff, he's tall and all that, he's driven, all this stuff. You're asking for a man that's like 0.00000001 of the population, and you think you don't have to share that man? And why would that man choose you? You realize that men have standards, expectations, and boundaries too, right? Now, to be clear, men, when they meet you, they'll sleep with you, they'll tell you sweet nothings, but you better rest assured that that man will categorize you as strictly for recreational use only. You are not a wife. He's not going to be in a committed monogamous relationship with you. You are forever a side piece. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just what it is. You probably should have stayed with your ex-husband, you know, the father of your two kids. You probably should have stayed with him because you mentioned earlier that he was a womanist and all this other stuff. He loved a lot of women and all of that. Well, yeah, and especially if this guy had to meet your expectations. And again, this is a clear example of you had a man that could meet and probably exceed your expectations and you didn't think you needed to share him. You should have probably established rules, okay? Because at this point, you're not going to get a monogamous relationship. Not with the type of guy you're talking about. Because why would a man choose you when he could get someone who's younger, who's going to be on his program, who's childless, who hasn't been out here riding the sea carousel? Why would that man choose you over these younger, more fit, impressionable woman who's going to be more feminine? No one. The worst thing a man wants is a disruptive, confrontational, sassy woman who thinks that this man, because men are rare. The type of man you're talking about is extremely rare. Okay, he's a bit of an anomaly, so you're going to have to share him. But you're expecting this man to be monogamous to you, right? And forget about all of the women, because remember, women outnumber men by millions in this country. There's nothing special about you. You're not special.
So I just think that with the lifestyle, like I love traveling. I'm in the prime of my life. I'm ready to do great things and multiple.
She's about half of her life is gone. A little over half of her life is gone. She's 49. She's getting ready to hit 50. She looks great, but you can't get rid of age.
We're building empires over here. So
you're not building an empire. There's no empire.
Okay, fair enough.
What are you talking about?
It's a challenge.
Again, this shit, magical manifestation madness. These women, they'll believe everything, and you would have women who would okey doke them and give them praise and all of this other stuff. And this is why it's important for them to hear the harsh realities, because they live in this delusion. And this is a clear example of women who live life on easy mode because they think that things that they've gotten when they were in their late teens, early 20s, they should be getting it now while they're in their prime. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The type of man you say you want, he wants the younger, childless version of you, not the person you are now.
I really feel for it because you want this man to be a black man, right?
I prefer.
And she wants him to be.
Yeah, I think just the challenge is, and I totally get the request from boss women as a boss woman myself. It's just the amount of men to go around for every boss woman who also wants him to be faithful.
Yeah, I'm a boss woman. Yeah, who are you the boss of? Yeah, I'm a boss of myself. Great.
And, you know, all those things. And then with that guy, not necessarily always putting your money at the forefront. So I understand the desire of it. I do. Like, there's no pushback from that. The question just becomes is there enough boss black men to partner up with every...
Men who are of a high socioeconomic class, we don't refer to ourselves as boss men. We're just men. We're men with great careers. We're men with great things going in our lives, but we don't refer to ourselves as boss men. We don't need that title.
Boss black woman and that wants to be monogamous. I think that's where the challenge comes apart.
That is so true, Kendra. And I was once told by a guy that you're gonna always be single because every guy who's 6'3" and has it going on, he's got a side chick, even the ones that say they don't. And I told him I'm trusting in God that he is going to deliver a man unto me that doesn't need a side chick.
And there you go. There it is right there. Because she has nothing else except to magically manifest, right? Again, this manifestation madness is destroying the black community. Black women in particular. They're on this false Christianity kick and they think that God is going to, materialize this perfect man that's 6'4", make well into the mid six figures, all of this other grandioso stuff. It's like, really? Why can't you be more realistic? And this is what happens when women operate on unhinged feelings and emotions, and it's not backed by or rooted in anything. It's not evidence-based. It's just bullcrap. It's nonsense. It's nonsensical information. It's not backed by data, statistics, what's happening in society. It's like, no, I'm just going to magically manifest this dream guy. He's going to swoop from the heavens. He was sculpted out of clay and he's going to be anything and everything I can ever ask for, right? No, ma'am. That is not going to happen. And I must say, too, unfortunately, you've not only aged out, but you've career-wise and salary-wise, you're out of your class because the type of man that's up here that can meet the socioeconomic monetary standard that you set, he's not wanting to deal with a woman like you. Okay? You don't see women your age en masse on yachts and everything. Usually when you see, old rich men on yachts and all of that, they have women in their late teens and early 20s on yachts. They don't have women like you. Okay? It's time to be realistic here.
And I'm not asking that a man makes a certain amount of money.
You just did.
Because I need his money.
No, that's exactly why. Because women like you operate, and this is the thing, just, don't be disingenuous. There's a reason why you want a man to make what you make or more, ideally more than what you make. Because women like you operate on my money's my money, his money's our money. You want a man that's going to take care of you. Men offer provision, protection, resources, stability, all of that. You're looking to extract resources from a man. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a need for you to have a preset monetary requirement a man must make in order to be with you, a 49-year-old woman that had 2 kids.
My
Come on
flaws
now.
is that I'm overly independent and I say things like, I don't need a man. Like I've been
You're supposed to be independent. No one is going to be coming in taking care of you. You're supposed to do these things. Independent as opposed to what? Okay? Again, you don't have a husband anymore. You decided to wreck your family. Yes, ma'am, you did. You decided to wreck your family and file for a divorce. So now you're out here just living in your truth.
making it work. And I saw somebody said, I have two kids. I have two 20-year-olds and they are in college.
Doesn't matter. You still
I
have two
don't have
kids. You still have two kids, two boys who are likely heavily dependent on you, even so, especially if they're in college. So they're still heavily dependent on you. Mama, can you send me some money? Mama, what you doing? Mama, I need some money for books. Mama, can I come over on the weekend? Mama, it's summertime. They're still going to be heavily dependent upon you for quite some time, ma'am. So let's not make play that they just vanished into the abyss. They're still there and they still need you.
have small kids. I can go and do whatever I want
No, you
at this
can't.
point in my life. So yeah, but no,
A
I don't
couple things
need
real
men.
quick. I didn't say. First of all, everyone's saying I don't think all men cheat. So let's start there. I don't think all men cheat. So let's start there.
Thank
And
you.
I didn't say that, but
And to clarify, men don't cheat. We exercise options. Here in the modern era, right? Men are shamed for doing what we're biologically hardwired to do. Procreate, right? To have sex, right? This is what we're biologically hardwired to do. Do you shame a lion or a lioness for killing a gazelle or a zebra? Do you shame a lion for shooting up the club with a lot of lionesses? Probably not, because he's genetically hardwired to do these things. But in Western culture, men are shamed. You go to other cultures, a lot of these men have more than one wives. Similar to the US, a lot of countries, women outnumber men by millions, by a lot. And there's not enough men to go around. There's certainly not enough decent men to go around, right? But what this woman right here is asking for, she's asking for an anomaly. She's asking for a man that most women would probably want. And she thinks that he's going to be monogamous. Bill Gates wasn't even monogamous to his wife. It's Bill Gates. But you know what? His wife stuck with him. Right? She was like, "Oh yeah, Bill Gates, he has a side chick. Yeah, he had her for years." Because she understands what comes with that kind and caliber of man. She understands. And she understands that if he's to do these things, there are rules involved. This is what happens when you get a man of a higher socioeconomic class. You're going to have to share him. It's a huge issue even with entertainers, rappers, musicians, all of these guys who go on tour. They have women screaming, shouting, throwing themselves at them. Their spouses, significant others, whoever, they're probably going to have to share them with other women because it comes with the territory. You want who you want. You have to also accept what comes with that. Because truth be told, there's a good, honest man, big man working at McDonald's. He's general manager. He's assistant manager. You're ignoring him. He probably makes close to six figures. You're probably ignoring him. He probably makes well over six. He probably makes 100, 120, 130K. You're probably ignoring him because you don't like the title. But that's the type of man that's going to probably be more willing to be monogamous. But the interesting thing, though, is you know that not a lot of women would want him. That's the thing. You know that not a lot of women would want him because you want a man that most women would want. You want a trophy man.
I said that y'all don't even need me for this. Like, y'all don't need me for this dose of reality. Like, y'all be getting mad at me for saying facts that y'all are witnessing every day. Think of all the women you know, and then think of how many of them are potentially single. And then think of how many women have that guy. Like, I'm not saying, I didn't say that she couldn't have this man. I was saying that I understand why boss women want to date a man that makes more or the same.
It took a lot of growing up for Kendra G too, because she needed a harsh reality check herself.
All I was saying is that not realistically, statistically, if every boss woman, is there equal for
Boss
every
woman.
boss woman? That's all that I was saying. I wasn't saying that men. Somebody was saying I said that all men cheat. I don't actually. I know all men don't cheat, but that's neither here nor there. Back to you, Erica.
Okay.
When was your last relationship?
In February 2021, so about 3.5 years ago.
Okay. Would you date older?
I will date older, yes.
What's your age range?
But like up to about 55. I want to grow old with someone, so I really don't want.
You probably should have stayed with your ex-husband, you know, the man you had 2 kids with. Because here's the thing. You divorce the man and you think you're going to get better? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You don't get no better than your baby's daddy. But more so, you were married. You don't get no better than your husband or your ex-husband. You don't get no better than that.
Someone who's like 60 and above. Like I'll maybe go up to 57.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
You've been married before, right?
Yes,
You want to get married?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, she
you
wants
have
to be
answer-
married. She wants to be married again. 49 years old and she thinks she's going to be married. We all know that the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. It's incredibly rare. Does it happen? Sure. Do people hit the lottery? Sure. But it's incredibly rare, extremely rare. No, ma'am. The type of man you say you want and you're looking for this man to marry you? No, ma'am. You are done. This is what's in your life now. Dogs and cats. Learn to love them. You could get a cool cat post. You could get a whole bunch of cool stuff. You could get a cool cat tree. You could get a whole bunch of cool stuff for cats. There's a lot of cool cat clubs because at this point, you're done. You're done.
Sir, but when was the last time you was intimate with someone?
It's been a while. It's been a while. I'll leave it there.
It's been a while. You leave it there. Okay. And what are 3 flaws you have to work on?
Oh my gosh, let me go back to my list. So one is, like I said, I'm overly independent. I know men they want to feel like they're rescuing someone. And I'm just not that chick who is waiting on a man to swing in and rescue them.
Well, that's another problem you have. Men don't go where they're not needed. If you keep screaming and hooping and hollering that you don't need no man and you can do all bad by yourself, what good is a man in your life? And you wonder why men shy away. If you're constantly reminding men how much you don't need them, why would they be in your life? Why would they even invest any time in you or resources?
And I know that I need to convey more of the feminine energy of allowing the man to.
But you can't, okay? Women who are naturally feminine, they don't have to try hard for that because it's natural. Because what you're doing is false and it's conditional femininity. Women who are naturally feminine, they're feminine all the times, not only when it's conditional upon something.
To rescue me. So, I mean, I've done my own great jobs like long ago. Like I used to, like I grew up having to be really independent. And so because I have a great dad, he taught me how to do all these great things, but I'm just overly independent. I think what I've been through.
Yeah, you've said that quite a bit. We understand how independent you are and how you don't need a man. And rest assured, he's notating all of that. So when you're speaking to a man and you're constantly reminding him how you're independent and you're giving these buzzwords and buzz terms to constantly remind him that you don't need him, he's going to be like, all right, cool. Can I bust them guts up? Let's smash real quick. Yeah, he'll hit the skins, but then after that, he's not going to want anything to do with you because you keep reminding him how much you don't need him or any other man for that matter. Why would he invest time and resources into you, especially the type of man you say you want? Come on now. You're done. You are done, lady.
In relationships,
let me give myself
it has caused me to go, I'm never going to be dependent on a man in any way. And that is something
there it is right there. I don't need no man. I can do all bad by myself. Well, then, ma'am, again, here you go. There you go. Dogs and cats. That's your life.
Work on. I need to soften that. I'm super picky, and I've
We
been
can tell.
told that I'm unapproachable sometimes. I don't know what face I'm wearing, but when I'm in settings, when I'm in like
Probably the notorious RBF face, or the RBF, the resting B face.
group settings, I think I wear a face. I hope not, but I mean, I smile a lot. I have no clue. But I think I need to work on. I need to work on being more approachable.
Being more approachable. Okay.
And that's the thing, right? The men you say you want, they're around. They're rare, but they're around. But make no mistake, they make themselves invisible to women like you because they know that you're difficult to deal with, you're confrontational, you're argumentative, you're too set in your own ways, and they're not going to deal with your sass and your attitude. They're not. And they're most certainly not going to conform to you and be on your program. That's not how those kind and caliber of men move and operate.
And why would a guy be liking me with you, Erica?
Oh my gosh, I'm in the prime of my life. Kendra, I'm living my best life. I love.
Why would a man be happy to be with you? Enough about you. What can you do for the man? Okay, no one cares about you being in the prime of your life.
God, I have a great sense of humor. I'm ambitious.
She's talking about herself. Why would a man?
I have a growth mindset. I'm a great cook. So I grew up in Louisiana, so I can cook all of the gumbos and the red beans and rice and the pot roast. Like, I'm a great cook, great conversationalist. I'm a hustler. Like, I want to build a kingdom with someone. I'm positive.
There's no kingdom to be had.
I'm a believer.
This is what it sounds like
Get
to
back
us.
up, keep going. So I've been through a lot of things in life, and I've overcome them all because God's track record is 100%. He brings you through every time. So I just think I'm a great catch, and I'm nice. I'm a really sweet person.
I think I'm a great catch. Well, ma'am, it's not up to you to make that determination. It's up to people on the receiving end. It's up to your peers. It's up to the men to make that determination. If you say you're a great catch, that's fine, but it's not up to you. Because at the end of the day, you're wanting to score a man. Now, remember, men have standards, expectations, and boundaries too. You're going to have to really convince a man, the type of man you say you want, to choose you and be monogamous with you over the many other women who's around him.
Kendra, I just keep running into hoaxes.
I think you're dope. Can you do the Kendra Kim? I almost forgot. That reminded me.
Ooh. Okay.
Your shirt says bougie?
Yes, it's from my online boutique called mybougilife.com.
Okay, you're in great shape. I mean, you look amazing for 49. Like, you do not get 49 at all, child. And what's your zodiac sign? So you'll be 50 this year?
What does that mean?
I'll be 50 in January. I'm Capricorn.
Oh, January. Okay, gotcha.
50
I mean,
the year of 50. Wait a minute. The year of 50. Kendra is coming. Oh my gosh. Wait on it.
You look amazing. Beautiful skin. You're in shape. Listen, and Erica, it's all about you. But the comments are moving so fast, but there was a comment. I wish I could get the name, but it was going so fast. But someone said, Kendra G is a pick me. You haven't got that by now? What does pick me ever even mean? That men pick me? That's true. Men do pick me.
No, and I would be one of the first to say that Kendra is by far not a pick me at all. She's definitely not, unless she did a lot of rounds of therapy to understand that she's going to have to get out here and compete as well. But no, Kendra hasn't been a pick me. She's like the epitome of the strong black, I don't need no man, I can do all bad by myself mindset and ideologies, which plagues a lot of women in the black community here in Western culture.
Are you mad that you don't get picked? I'm so confused. Like, I don't get it. Am I supposed to be offended that men pick me? Are you mad that men don't pick you? I wanted to say the name, but it went too fast.
So interesting how they twist and turn things. It's like they understand what it means, but they want it to mean something else to fit within their nonsense that they're trying to spew.
Fast. Ciao. That's why some of y'all gonna be single forever, child. I don't even understand. Like y'all be saying insults that don't even make any damn sense. I'm the man. I'm the woman that men pick, and I'm supposed to feel offended by that. I mean, get picked.
Let her say it. That's probably not what the comment said because, like I said, she's the last person I would imagine who's a pick me.
That's the problem. Nobody don't want your ass. Nobody don't want your ass, and you think the insult is saying nobody wants me because nobody picks me, and that's the compliment. You're the insult. You don't even realize it. Girl, back to you. Let me stay focused, child, for our cousin.
I live for your clapbacks, kid.
And this is it. I live for your clapbacks. All of this sass and nonsense, and these women really think that men are supposed to just accept all of this. No. No. This is what we have. Gentlemen, this is what we have to choose from. Women with attitude, women with sass, argumentative, disruptive, destructive. Can't tell them anything. They're too set in their own ways. How can you build any empire, right? How can you build any empire with a woman like that?
Let me tell you
Line
something.
and clap back. Let's go.
Child, please. Let me back to you, Erica, because I don't want.
They're ready to clap back at men and other people in a comment section.
Get sidetracked. All right, Erica, I think you're dope. I mean, honestly do. So how can the guy reach out to you?
My IG, which is on screen, eDorsey77. They can reach me there.
eDorsey77. All right, boy, you keep me posted how it goes, honey.
You're the best, Kendra. I'm on every night.
All right, bye, baby.
So I'm going to end this right here. I'm going to leave the link to the original video in my video description. This was a really interesting video, and it highlights a lot of what's happening in modern culture and modern dating, specifically with the black community and black men and black women. These are the type, and what this woman don't understand too is the men that she wants. Not only is there other black women who are of her age, younger, older, who are going after these men, there are women of other races wanting these same men. So it's not only just black women who want these men. If you have a black man that has to meet these high and probably a bit unrealistic standards and expectations, make no mistake that there are women from other cultures, white, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Indian, Asian, whatever, right? They're going to want these same kind and caliber of men. That's just how it is. There's not enough decent men to go around. Most men are single and childless. A lot of men are average. You know, below average and average. You're asking for a well above average man. Well above average. An anomaly. And it's like, no, you're not going to get that. And you're at a point and phase of your life where you may want to take a step back, reanalyze your situation, and come to the realization that you're probably not going to get that guy that makes well into the six figures, who's a hot, handsome man and all of this other stuff. You're going to have to make some serious concessions and compromises because you're not really the catch at this point. And you're asking for a man who pretty much has his pick of the litter. I want you to envision the pool of men. I'm going to give you an example. Imagine standing in an Olympic-sized pool that's empty. An Olympic-sized pool. Olympic-sized pools are massive, right? You're standing in an empty Olympic-sized pool and someone throws a small bucket of water on you. That's the pool of men you have to choose from at this point. And as you grow in age and your salary increases, those pool of men end up turning into a little cup of water being thrown at you in an Olympic-sized pool, okay? Versus an 18, 19-year-old girl, These women are younger, they're fertile, they're more willing to be on a man's program. A man can wow them more. They're not going to be confrontational, argumentative, and all of this other stuff. They're going to be more willing to be on a man's program. These are the type of women, that type of man you say you want, typically go for. Imagine her being in a pretty full Olympic-sized pool, and she's damn near drowning because that's her pool of men that she could pick from. Okay? Since you want to magically manifest something, that's something to kind of give you a generalized idea of what you really have to choose from. But I'm going to end this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm going to be posting a lot more interesting videos. But yeah, this was a really interesting video. And, I'm hoping I can react to more of these because, this is really interesting and it's fascinating. Because I truly want to see women like this succeed and be happy and be with someone, but you can't do that when they're systematically wrecking their own homes. And she thinks she's going to get better than her ex-husband. No, ma'am, not going to happen. But until the next time, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.